We call him Big Dan because Linda makes us. And, well, we're masters of the obvious. He's the honcho behind Western Rodeo Company. We've seen these bulls at Wrangler Bull Riders Only more than any other stock contractor. And more than any other contractor, he has crushed bull riders' fragile egos. In the beginning, it was world champion bull Rocky, seen here carrying Clint Bronger to a first place. Then there was world champion bucking bull Grasshopper, who has compiled an amazing 16-1 record, throwing Terry Don West off 4 times. That's right, Mr. Record Holder, Mr. Ride Percentage, Mr. Giant Killer is 0-4 on the hopper. And it's not just the superstars of Big Dan's that cause more than one bull rider to quit and take up crocheting. The bottom of his herd boasts a 70% buck-off ratio. I got more bad news for the bull riders. Tonight, in Anaheim, California, for the first time in Bull Riders Only history, the entire final round pin of bulls will come from one contractor, Big Dan. Hang on, everybody. It's bull riding crunch time. Now on Prime across the world. It's the Wrangler Bull Riders Only Series. Brought to you by Original Coors Beer. And by Roper Apparel, the greatest looking shirts you'll ever wear. Welcome everybody to the beautiful Arrowhead Pond here in Anaheim, California. You know, professional football might have lifted this fine city, but the bull riders are in town and trouble's expected. Speaking of trouble, I've got 1970 world champion bull rider, the guru of bull riding technique, Gary LeFew. Gary, we've been slamming a lot of guys here. What are we going to do to get some road?
Well, we just put Terry Don West on him. Terry Don is definitely, he's the leader of this field. These bulls are awesome, but he always finds a way to get the whistle on them. But Johnny Chavez, I just talked with him earlier. He's healthy for the first time in a month. He's hotter than a firecracker. And when you get this guy hot and healthy, he'll able to ride anybody's bull. And J.C. Sanders, this talented kid, has got the pressure of winning that $1 million off his chest. So look for him to come back to his old form tonight.
So Chavez, West, and Sanders. And over here on my left, I got another troublemaker, Dennis Humphrey, the Bulldog. You've been slamming these guys' butts the whole year. What are we going to do to get some ridden here, or are we going to get some ridden with these terrific animals of Russell's?
Yeah, the bull power's been up all year, all around rodeo, bull riders only, everywhere we've had it. We got bulls like Grasshopper, that's 16-1 record. That's nearly unheard of at a bull riders only. Original Coors comes in here even now, but those 3 that he has been ridden were the first 3 times out. He's 3-0 since then. Rojo hasn't been ridden since early in the year, the first event of the year. That one defeat on his mark was early in the year. Little Hopper's a Grasshopper calf and really come out and look spectacular at Salt Lake. Then you got Moneybags at 11-0, you know, virtually unknown still, but he's wanting to be a superstar himself. Knothead comes in here. He's actually 2-0, unridden. Squirrely is a young wild bull that really has a lot of potential, as well as Trick or Treat. Butterfly is a little deceiving, but they just don't ride him either. And Spinner is a bull that everyone loves to hate. He spins fast, he hooks. Cowboys hate him, but a guy can win first on him.
Well, if Salt Lake is any indication of how things are going to go, these Cowboys better become jack, cracked, and ready to go. Let's take a look at Salt Lake as we watch Buddy Golden get a total head ripping here on the incredible unridden Farmington. Justin Andrade jumps out here. He's got a neck brace on because he injured himself earlier in the evening, and he gets slammed again. The next bull rider out of the chute is a guy you cannot throw off into your hand, or can you? Jeff Butch Cathcart as they slam him to the ground. Myron Duwart on a hot streak, not in Salt Lake. They slam him to the ground. Terry Don West can ride anything except Grasshopper. Didn't get it done here for the 4th time. Terry Don West, though, gets back into the swing of things in the final round, overtime, gets it done ugly, but let's face it, Terry Don is all about winning. He's all about getting the money. $10,000 check, his 8th win in a Bull Riders Only event, an incredible feat. I don't care how he got it done. As we take a look at the top 5 standings right now in Bull Riders Only, Terry Don West leads with $33,512. J.C. Sanders in second, $25,654. Johnny Chavez third with $18,000. Myron Duwart, the Pineapple, $16,000 in fourth. And GQ Dax Lackey is in fifth at $14,400. Stick with us, guys. We're going to be right back here with some action at Anaheim, California in the Arrowhead Pond. Welcome back, everybody, to the Wrangler Bull Riders Only series at the Arrowhead Pond in Anaheim, California. As we take a look at the first round highlights here, got Armando Rodriguez, hot and cold at Bull Riders Only. He's hot tonight, 78 points as he takes this bull, his re-ride, all the way to the whistle, and a second place money check here in the first round. Mark Ward is our leader in the first round, winner of the first place check. 80 points Mark Ward was, as he knocks this bull out away from his hand like a day off. Buddy Reed, a guy we haven't seen since San Jose, California, where he took the victory, comes back to California with 77 points, a third place check in this round, and he moves on to the second round. As we go to the qualifiers, the advancers from the first round, Wes Sear moves up, gets on hugs and kisses. Little Sean McRoberts, recovering from that injury, gets on the Superstar. Broke his arm in 3 places. Rondo O'Connor on the Indian Outlaw, the Russell String. Buddy Reed, our San Jose champion from last year, gets on Grumpy. Gary Richards gets on Motown. 2 very, very classy cowboy and an animal getting after it. Armando Rodriguez on Hang Time. Mark Ward gets on the Chino. And Francis Wilson, who's got to be tough to be named Francis, gets on the Viper. As we move to our seated cowboys, we got Jeff Butch Cathcart on the Night Train. Johnny Chavez, who's been on a roll, gets on Popcorn. Myron Duarte, the Pineapple, won about 30,000 at PRCA so far, doing well in Bull Riders Only. Ace of Hearts. Dax Lackey on the Playmate. Donald Owens, the Dragon Slayer, on Katie Did. As we move to the next page, J.C. Sanders. Got that huge amount of pressure off his shoulders. In Salt Lake gets on the Cricket. Marty Stannard on Alley Cat. Tony Stoddard on the Freight Train. Terry Don West. Can't say too much about him. Poison Ivy and Jimmy Young on Teddy. As we move to the bullfighters for tonight's competition, the ugly guy on the right is Rowdy Berry. The uglier guy on the left is Donnie Sparks. And there are lifesavers here, and believe me, these Cowboys have a ton of respect for these 2 guys. 2 other guys that are going to be very influential tonight's Troy Ellerman, the judge on the left, and Bill Pacheco, the judge on the right. Let's go to Charlie's Choice.
Sampson here with Charlie's Choice. I like the veteran bull rider, Marty Stannard. I also like the young bull rider, J.C. Sanders. But my choice is Terry Don West. He's #1 in Bull Riders Only Tour. He's rode 15 out of 18 bulls, and he's coming off an 86-point Bull Riders win at Salt Lake City. For bull, my choice is number 19, Grasshopper. You ride him, you win first. I guarantee it.
Charlie gives you the word right there in Charlie's Choice as we come back here in a few minutes for the start of the Bull Riders Only second round series. Don't go away. Welcome back, everybody, Bull Riders Only fans, to Anaheim Arrowhead Pond. We're coming back to the heartland of America, Wichita, Kansas, home of the 90-point ride for another great Wrangler Bull Riders Only show. For tickets, call us at 316-755-1243 as we go to Donald the Dragon Slayer Owens.
Donald! What a way it started out. The Dragon Slayer is leading one, John, no doubt about it.
And 259 Katie Did, the bull that he's on, isn't an easy bull to get by, is it, Dennis?
No, and that was a great, great effort on Donald's part. Going away from Donald's hand, that bull moves ahead a little bit, too. But the way Donald rides, moving up and over that front all the time, he rode that bull easy.
81 points for Donald the Dragon Slayer Owens. Now, we gave him that nickname because he rode Dogface, but he rode this bull just as easy.
Yeah, you know, Donald, for a big, tall kid, if you're ever one of the you young riders want to see how to control your weight, notice the way that he sticks that chest out when he moves over that front end. That puts you up on your legs, gets that daylight under there, and gets up in that control zone.
Control zone, I'll say, 81 points were the control zone. That's going to be enough to get him another one as we move on to the San Jose champion from last year, Stephenville, Texas Cowboy, Buddy Reed, as he takes his wrap on Grumpy.
Boy, this is a bull that made short work of Chad Brennan in Salt Lake. Should hop and skip a little bit, go around to the right. Looks like Buddy's going to get around there good. He's probably going to go ahead and ride him now.
Oh, yeah, this here was the matchup I was looking for. I think it's going to be one of the high-mark rides of this round.
Nice bull ride right there. Great bull ride.
You talk about the momentum, starting off getting a lot of bulls rode. You know, we start out with a couple of Russell bulls, and we're knocking them down as we get an 84-point ride from Buddy Reed.
I think you hit it on the nose there, Shaw. That has turned the momentum. Big Dan's going to have to work double hard to get somebody on the ground, because when you ride 2 ranked bulls like that, 2 of his best ones, and get the whistle. That has put some momentum in the other guys. Get that home field advantage. We may ride a bunch of 90-point bulls tonight.
Well, these Cowboys are due. They're due. They've been getting their butts slammed. They've been studying these bulls, watching them on television. They're getting the guru's word on how to ride them, and they've been studying.
Well, I don't know about the guru, but Buddy Reed made one nice bull ride there. That kid is an athletic dude.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's always a good sign when you have a couple of the people moving up from the first round making the whistle, because they generally don't have as good a ride percentage as some of those seeded Cowboys. Of course, Buddy Reed kind of breaks the ice right now, and we move to Rondo O'Connor, another first ride advancing Cowboys, getting on Indian Outlaw.
This has got to be one of the Cowboys' favorites to get on. He's going to go around the left. He's just a good spinner, good timing. Cowboys got to love this bull. And now he makes a liar up and goes on the doggone right. Rondo doesn't care. He's working him anyway, riding him easy, loosens up where he needs to, making a nice bull ride.
Well, you know, that's the nature of the beast in this business, isn't it? As soon as you get the playbook on them and you're convinced they're going to go one direction, they jump out there and go the other. But, you know, if you're riding them jump for jump and you're getting in the right position, you're going to be just like Rondo and knock 75 points right off the wall.
And that bull has went to the left, to the right before. My son, Just Paul, had him at San Francisco. Everybody said the left. Sure enough, he went to the right. So bulls are unpredictable. They liable to do anything.
Bosque, New Mexico's Johnny Chavez on the popcorn. This guy's been on quite a roll lately. This guy's finished in the top 20 more than any other Cowboy in the PRCA some 6 or 7 times.
Yeah, it's an amazing record. He's the most famous close to not quite there that we've ever seen. Got him a handful here at popcorn. Takes the ribbon tonight.
Big Dan come back with some vengeance there. He put a little something extra on popcorn. That's the best day I ever seen him have.
Looked pretty juicy. That's a big old gentleman. That bull's a pet, but he just doesn't like guys on his back.
Wow, look at that power. Boy, you got 1,900 pounds of bull jerking on you like that, and he's in good shape. Just that power just pulls him out of position, gives him a kick, and says, take that. Big Dan has sent me with vengeance here.
I saw him over there whispering in that bull's ear to get the job done, because we built Big Dan up pretty well here. Big time in the opening of the show. He wants his bulls to perform, so don't make a liar out of us. Marty Stannard, Sanger, California Cowboy. Now, Marty retired just a little while back and decided that poverty didn't suit him very well. He came back out on the circuit. I asked him a little while ago how much he's won in the PRCA standings. He said $36,000. That ought to put him pretty close to the top 15. And of course, he won our event here the other day, Bull Riders Only. He's on quite a roll.
Well, 36,000 is definitely, probably if he keeps on a roll like that, he's going to make the final. But he's going to get him a big check right here. Boy, I'll tell you what, they come to ride tonight. I don't know whether it's something about this pond that's got these guys pumped up. Maybe it's that national anthem that girl sang. Wow, that brought chills to me.
Yeah, well, Heidi got everybody rolling right off that national anthem, and Marty rode like a champ right there, rode that bull easy. That's a bull Jed Ward was 71 points on at Salt Lake a couple of weeks ago, but he was a little bit weaker, and Jed had trouble riding him. Marty rode him easy, 79 points. That's going to get him there.
Much better day here with Marty Stannard. You're right, he's on a roll. You know, he sits in 8th place at the Bull Riders Only standings, $12,000 won, and I don't know, it might be a little bit lower than some of the crowd would have anticipated, but it might be enough to get him a check, and it certainly got him a good shot of getting into the next round. We seldom ride 10 in this round.
Well, I tell you what, that was a great ride. You know, a lot of guys like bulls into their hand. Marty rides better going away from his hand. Probably 80% of the ranked bulls I've seen him ride were away from his hand. He is tough to get on the ground going that direction.
I believe Marty truly is one of the best ranked bull riders away from his hand that I've ever seen.
Yeah,
J.C. Sanders coming up here on the cricket. Tuck right off this kid's shoulder.
Oh, man, that was one he didn't want coming back. That bull's done that to everybody. Has anybody rode him yet?
He's just been ridden a time or two tops, and it's been a long, long time since he has been twisted.
Don't go away, everybody. We got more coming back. 84, 81, 79 as we come back to more of the second round, Bull Riders Only. Welcome back, everybody, to the Arrowhead Pond in Anaheim, California, as we go to the Featherlight Fact. Dan Russell's Grasshopper has bucked off more Cowboys 16 than any other bull in the Bro history. The closest competitor is Flying Five's Dogface with 14. As we move to Francis Wilson here.
Oh, he's got a handful in this Viper quick, a lot of lunge. Ooh, he's a handful.
Yeah, that bull's definitely not very user-friendly, is he?
Francis, don't call me Sue Wilson. Sydney, Nebraska Cowboy goes down, and we're not going to see any more of him tonight. When you think of Henrietta, Oklahoma, you think of 16-time world champion Jim Shoulders. But you also think of this guy, Terry Don West. The guy's won everything. Is he poison ivy?
This should be a great match. Bucked up Josh O'Byrne at Salt Lake. Terry Don's got him handled. Looks like he'll ride him all day long.
This is going to be some points. This is a good bull ride. Oh, that's Terry Don. There must be something in the water over there in Henrietta, because they done turned out two of the great ones.
That must be, and with the great fans at Anaheim tonight are bringing out the best in all these bull riders, too. They've really come to ride in this round.
Watch this crowd get excited about Terry Don West and 84 points.
Man, look at him stand up on them legs. Talk about nobody gets the front end better than Terry Don. And then once this bull starts spinning, if he gets on his pockets, he's still got the ability to keep that shoulder in front, move back over his legs right there, and then come pumping back over that top. You got to keep that shoulder out there. Keep weight on your inside leg. Keeps that out. Looks like Donnie Gay doesn't it? Just gets back there and just keeps it driving.
As they making adjustments, they marked him 83 points. We had to re-add it, but we got 83 points for Terry Don West. Now put him second in this round. Boy, he did look like he handled him easy, didn't he?
Oh, and I mean, that bull wasn't that easy to ride. That bull really had a lot of momentum that outside.
As we look at a scoring update right here at Bull Riders Only in Anaheim, Buddy Reed leads with 84 points for the second round. Terry Don West at 83 holds the second position, and Donald the Dragon Slayer Owens is coming in at third with 81 points. Well, the Dallas Cowboys had Golden Richards, and we've got Gary Richards. And I don't know, both of them seem to be kind of superstars in the making. This kid is extremely exciting, and he's getting on the bull Motown.
Here's a bull that Terry Don rode for 79 points at Salt Lake at the last event.
Oh, roll down in there off that rope. Get up there, Gary. Get back over that front end.
Very similar track to that bull had with Terry Don, too. The story on him is supposed to be a little bit better than that, but I don't think Gary cares. The right old bulls in this one.
There he got off where he left. Off where he left.
Isn't that nice? Now that's what I like, a bull who gives you a hard time and then lets you off easy at the end.
Now that's a date that picks you up at the door and drops you right back off on the same doorstep, isn't it?
That reminds me of a taxi ride I took in Tijuana one time.
74 points for Gary Richards. 74 points on Motown. This bull wasn't easy to track to begin with.
No. Ooh. That is the kind that you dread getting on, but you got to bear down for pride's sake to try to get that whistle.
Now we just hear the crowd making a negative reaction. Zook Dove, he asked them what they thought of that ride, and they didn't like it. Why does a crowd think a bull like that should be scored high and the judges disagree?
Well, that crowd can recognize that bull is definitely hard to ride, and the judges didn't see that. I don't know why. How about you, Dennis?
Yeah, I think the judges, through their expertise and their experience as bull riders themselves, they look for a little different things in a bull that just the crowd might look for. That bull didn't kick up. He got to kicking out, covering a lot of ground, more or less loping and lunging towards the end without the kick and snap that the judges really look for to score a high point there.
Mark Brooks looking for a little cash is what he's looking for, like he got in the first round. Chino. Well, you know, he made a great recovery there, but he looked like he got into some more trouble, and he didn't get so lucky on getting out of it.
Yeah, the second time it happened, he didn't quite get nearly as lucky. This young kid's got a lot of try, though, just to ride that bull as long as he did, do the stuff he did. He come up a little bit short on that one, but he'll be back.
Well, you know, they say that it's just a little bit separates the winners from the losers, and in this case, this guy, 0.4 of a second, actually less, separated him from getting in the next round. GQ himself, Bernie, Texas, Dax Lackey, a 100 Playmate. Now this bull, if I'm not mistaken, was the one that probably cost J.C. Sanders any shot at the $1 million in Salt Lake.
Yeah, this about his $1 million dream kind of crashing down at Salt Lake. Bucked him off in about 2 jumps at his hometown rodeo, Salt Lake, putting the end to his dream of the Triple Crown win for the $1 million bonus. Dax has definitely got his hands full with this bull. You don't know which Dax showed up. The Dax, the great bull rider, might be here. The Dax that doesn't know for sure if he wants to be a bull rider might be here. And he's going to have to be the wanna-be a bull rider Dax tonight to twist this bull.
Well, I spoke to Dax just as he came here tonight, and I asked him what he'd been up to, and he says, I've been getting on a lot of practice bulls to get my head straight. And I said, you got it straight? He said, we'll find out tonight.
Yeah, this is a young bull that Dan is real high on and has superstar potential. May earn his way into a short round position before too long among those other elite bulls at Big Dan's.
Dax is not known for getting out quickly on a bull. He takes his time in there. You think that's a hindrance to the way he rides, or is it really, you know, a matter of getting everything right and being sure of yourself?
A lot of times, you know, my theory on it is the longer you stand there, the more you think. And bull riding is an unconscious reaction like any other sporting event. And if you get to thinking, you leave there on the conscious side, that slows you down. They say that the subconscious mind works at the speed of light. The conscious mind takes a full second to think about anything and react.
Well, I think you find a lot of people agree that bull riders got to be unconscious to ride.
You got to be unconscious.
Dax Lackey wishes he was unconscious right now because didn't get the job done and didn't look very good in the process either.
Yeah, he was in trouble when he first left there. Look to me, comes out of there nearly back on his pockets, rearing back. And it ended on all too quick for Dax.
As we take a look at the bull riders only schedule coming up for the rest of this year, we go to Wichita, Kansas, September 23rd. Greensboro, North Carolina, the home of Wrangler, and the Wrangler Bull Riders Only Series on the 30th of September. October 13th and 14th. Join us, if you will, in Denver, Colorado for the championship event. For ticket information, call 1-800-536-2855. And don't forget, Greensboro, someone's going to come off with $30,000. As we make a move right now, we got Armando Rodriguez right here.
Oh, look at old Armando. He's opened up now.
Armando couldn't get that money tonight, didn't he?
Well, we didn't know what Armando was showing up, but I think he's pumped up here.
Yeah, he told me they're going to have to take him out kicking and scratching to keep the money away from him. He didn't tell me he was going to be on their back kicking and scratching to get the money.
He was kicking and scratching that one just right, like he's wanting the money.
Don't go away. Don't go away, anybody. We got Myron Duarte, Jeff Cathcart, and more of round 2 coming up in just a minute. Welcome back, everybody, to the second round here in Anaheim, California. Row moves to the southeast, the home of Wrangler Jeans. Wrangler Bull Riders Only Tour stop, number 15, Saturday, September 30th. Greensboro was great last year. We had a great crowd, a great time. We're going to have Steve Warner singing some tunes. For tickets, call 1-910-379-7922. And we come back right now on Jimmy Young.
What was that bull?
That was 22 Teddy of Hardbar Rodeos. He has been a short rounder in the past. Bucked off Shane Thurston in the short go at San Francisco at the spring event, just in that same fashion. Lots of action around to the right and pretty tough to twist.
And
now, I don't want to predict anything, but I think he might hook. Now, I'm not going to go out on a limb here, but my guess is he might hook.
He's definitely got an attitude.
Turlock, California, Sean McRoberts getting on. This is the first rodeo, I remind you, that he's been to since he broke that arm. Now, he broke that arm, a 43 spinner at a professional rodeo. He don't know if he got hooked. He don't know if the bull stepped on him. All he knows is he got mucked out. Some other people saw it. Broke it 3 places and a big W in his arm. Terrible break. Coming back from that, it has to psychologically affect him as he gets up to the superstar of running spurs.
He's got to like this bull. He rode him just across town at the Long Beach event last year for 83 points, and I think a go-around win there. Turns back into his hand, makes a bunch of rounds. Sean got to like this draw.
Oh, he's too far there. He got over anxious.
He got to liking it too much, I think. Wanted that bull to spin a little faster, maybe.
You know, timing's everything in riding bulls, and he just coming back, not being on bulls for a while, his timing's a little off, and he just beat him over in there. What they call the trap. When no one's coming that left and you've had him before, you have to have a tendency to want to jump over there too quick. And when you get ahead of one, you actually get behind them, Shaw.
Well, he got behind the 8 ball there and didn't get in front of it. I'll tell you what, that's got to do psychologically for him. At least he's broke the ice. He's got back on one. And, you know, you sneak around a little bit and you look around, you find out Dan Russell's even the score. We've now bucked off 7 guys. They've ridden 7 bulls. As we move to LaGrange, Wyoming, and Antoine de Staudaire. This cowboy right here tells me that he just got engaged, so he doesn't want to hear any more Raging Stallion comments. As Tony Stoddard makes his move. Whoa! A quick one.
He keeps riding like that, he might get divorced before he gets married.
He might not be able to afford that wedding, huh?
Tell us about Freight Train, Dennis. Is that bull's normal trip?
Yeah, well, that's the only second time we've seen him, and he bucked Wes Sear off in about that same fashion at the San Francisco Spring event. We really didn't get to see him long enough to see what he's going to do with Tony. It looked like he started to go to the right, where normally he'll go to the left. Either way, Tony didn't get along with him well at all.
Jeff Butch Cathcart, Cheyenne, Wyoming cowboy, Midnight Twister. Now this cowboy had a couple of bulls that turned back into his hand in Salt Lake, and he didn't get the job done. That's highly unusual for him.
It darn sure is. I never seen buck off into his hand the last week. What about this bull, Dennis?
Here's the bull. He's throwing out front and a good spinner. See, the flank fell off, and he's far from a nice spinner. But however, just getting that whistle is going to get Butch to the last go, because there's not enough bulls left to move him out of there no matter what the score is.
Now, you know, judges' rules have changed over the years in bull riding, and didn't it once was that if the flank fell off, you still had to make a qualified ride. But isn't the rule since changed that all you have to do is make a qualified ride until the flank falls off in bull riding?
I don't think so. I think you got to make the whistle. I believe you got to make the whistle, but I'm not for sure.
74 points for Jeff Cathcart. He's not going to be taking any rewrite because, as Dennis pointed out, they can't move him, and we move to north of the border, Wes Sear. Now, Wes, as a guy who won a couple of events last year for us, Bull Riders Only, moved out of the seated position, and tonight he's trying to earn his way back into a top 10 seated position.
And we talked about it earlier. When them bulls come around, he's got a little bit too much pull on his arm for me. It sets him down on his butt. He just, I like riders that get up on their legs. They get around that corner, they're much more consistent.
With $16,000 won in a 4th place position in Bull Riders Only, Myron Duwart, Peyton, Colorado cowboy, originally from Hawaii, is our last cowboy in the 2nd round. All he has to do is get the whistle on ace or hearts. How difficult is that going to be?
As good as it rode recently, it shouldn't be too tough. It's supposed to be a pretty nice bull. First time the Bull Riders Only for this bull. Starts around there into his hand, out of it, into the fence. Now kind of looks off, but once again, like Butch Cathcart, Myron don't care. Just get the whistle.
And get the whistle, he will! Madman Myron, I'll tell you what, this kid is all about try, all about hustle. He's everything positive, and he don't let any negativity enter his mind. And what's going to enter his mind at this point is 75 positive points as he'll move to the next round.
Boy, that bull wanted to turn back over in that corner, looked like, and he just kind of got into that fence and then kind of had to hunt him a spot out there. But old Myron, he wasn't going to get off for nothing. The thing I like about this, it turned the momentum. Dan kind of had the momentum going back his way. Myron come back, got the momentum back into the Bull Riders.
We rolled 9 out of 18 in that round, the 2nd round. It might tell you what we hold in store for the exciting championship round. Don't go away, people. We're going to be right with a final round of Bull Riders Only in Anaheim. Welcome back as we go to the original course scoreboard. Coming up for the final round. Jeff Cathcart has 43 spinner. Myron Duwart on the Little Hopper. Rondo O'Connor on Trick or Treat. Donald the Dragon Slayer Owens on Butterfly. Buddy Reed on Original Coors. Go to the next page. We got Gary Richards on the Grasshopper. Armando Rodriguez on Squirrely. Marty Stannard has a Knothead. And Terry Don West on the Unwritten Money Bags. As we see the draft being taken right now, we've got Buddy Reed and Original Coors.
Whoa, did you see that belly roll? No wonder they're not getting around the corner on that bull. He has learned a new trick right there.
Yeah, he's getting serious about this round 3 competition. The 3-3 record that he toted in here, those 3 rides came on his first 3 outs. In the last 3, now 4 times, he has been the victor.
And he's developed some new moves. I mean, it's not just a matter of he's gotten a little bit bigger, which has happened, but he's also developed some very interesting funky jazz moves. Tripping the light fantastic here.
Boy, he hangs up there a long time and then gives a little belly roll, and that is really hard to get in time with, if nothing else.
1 up and 1 down in this final round, and we know how hard it is to get one ridden in this final round. This may be the man to do it. Donald the Dragon Slayer Owens. Now, we gave him the Dragon Slayer nickname. It's up to him to keep it. He rode a good one in the second round. He rode Dogface. He's on a Chevy truck, all-star animal, the Butterfly.
What do you think about this, Dennis? What do you think about this matchup?
I think as aggressively as Donald come out riding on OKD did in round 2, this bull may be in trouble here.
Oh, beautiful close-up there. Away from his hand. Pretty nice pattern. I think we're going to get one ridden right here. Beautiful Dragon Slayer.
Boy, the Dragon, beautiful ride there.
Nice board, almost a mirrored image of his round 2 bull ride, wasn't it? And he's happy about it.
Boy, he is too. He's very happy, but I don't know if he's going to be happy about the score. 79 points.
Oh, come on,
And I think he could have been a few more.
Me too, me too.
Yeah, those judges didn't want to get carried away and give all those points away with still 7 bull rides left to go. They might run out of points if they start giving away those points early.
Well, good thing they left 21 of them to go.
Well, if this is like Salt Lake, this could be the winning ride.
Very well, maybe enough. That's a nice bull ride, but as you'll see, that is one of the weaker bulls that was chosen for this go-round, and there are a lot more bulls with a lot more gas in the round than that bull. He might have could have been a point or 2 more, but however, he's in the driver's seat right now, and they all got to come get him.
Well, I disagree that 79 was close, because I think that bull's moving ahead a little bit harder to ride than that.
Yeah,
I'd like to see him being a few more points. Another Chevy Truck All-Star Bull, and what an All-Star Bull. You think Chevy Truck's got great trucks? They do. Grasshopper is a great animal, 16-1. Bull has been spectacular. Gary Richards is the man. He's going to have to come out here packing. And for a right-hander, this ain't an easy bull to ride, is it?
This ain't an easy bull to ride with both hands.
That bull is just, he gets everybody on that back end. You know, the one guy I figured that would ride him is Terry Don West, and he doesn't even get along good with him. This bull has got something, and I ain't quite figured out what it is that gets everybody on the back.
He looks in good shape on the turn back here, but boy, he gets out over the right shoulder and then off his rope in a hurry.
As a matter of fact, that bull in his bro career as well as his rodeo career over the last 4 years has only been ridden about 3 or 4 times, we believe. We counted up today talking with Dan Russell. 4 times that bull's been ridden in over 200 trips.
Well, we're going to come back for more action here in the final round. Donald the Dragon Slayer Owens leads it with a 79. Don't go away. Welcome back, everybody. We're going to the home of the 90-point ride on September 23rd. We have been 90 points more often than Wichita, Kansas than anywhere else on our Bro Tour stops. And we're coming back to the Bad Bulls of David Bailey and Vernon Guidry. Come and visit us, will you? For tickets, call 1-316-755-1243. We'll show you a good time, we promise. Final round competition here in Anaheim, California. The Cowboy coming up is a newcomer to the final round, Rondo O'Connor. But you know, Trick or Treat made his debut just the other day in the final round. What do you think about the matchup of the new youngins here?
I think this could be good. This bull is made short work of Johnny Chavez in Salt Lake. He's put on a few pounds since the first time we saw him, and he's going to shoot out of there and really get to making some rounds. Lots of action, lots of speed. Rondo's definitely got his hands full here.
Trick or Treat Westerns. We've had 3 bull rides so far. We've had 1 qualified ride. Donald the Dragon Slayer Owens is pacing back here. 79 points. Donald could win. Maybe not.
Man, that was big time buck if I ever seen it.
That's a lot of juice in that little bull in it, Gary. That still leaves Big D, Donald Owens, in the driver's seat right now, going into the 5th bull ride of round 3.
That bull is going to be a superstar. They just give Big Dan a standing ovation, and I can see why there. That bull is a handful. Look at this belly roll. He blows up, twists. Look at there, turns completely sideways, hits, and then goodbye. We're out of here.
Yeah, there's a superstar in the makings there.
Well, I'll tell you what, a chili flip like that will make you feel like Don Knotts in a hurry, won't it?
You know, they talk about the superstar riders here. You gotta think what superstars these bulls are to have that much athletic ability to throw a belly roll like that, hit and come around. This bull could be a, you know, he's going to be a big-time bucker, big time.
Well, so far we got a circumstance here where Big Dan and his final round bulls are doing all the winning here. We got 2.2 seconds on one, 2.1 on another, 2.9 on another. He's bucking more of them on. We've got Squirrely here, and Squirrely is going to be mounted by Armando Rodriguez. Armando come trying here. This bull's 1-0. And Armando seems to be on a roll.
Armando is riding as good as I've ever seen. He's streaky, but he seems to be able to get streaks right now, and it all depends on what he gets up on his legs, gets over that front end, doesn't get pulled on that rope too much. But this bull is going to have a little bit of rare right, Dennis?
Yeah, and he's going to do it all in a big hurry. Armando's coming up the first two bulls real aggressive. He's got to stay aggressive, stay hungry, show us like he wants to win, like he showed in the first two rounds. He might have a shot at it, and he's got to do everything perfect on this little bull.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's trying to prove us wrong, you know, because up this point he might have been a little hard on the kid, you know, talking about confidence. But he's been riding good, and this is the big show here in Anaheim. So we'll see how he gets it going here on Squirrely.
This bull's bucked off Clint Walker twice, and that's some pretty good press there. Look at here.
So close.
So close yet so far, you know, he seemed to be always in a total battle there, but he seemed to be winning it. You know, he'd get outside, roll himself back over there, but each time he seemed to be getting a little bit looser.
Well, the thing about it is he's got a world to try. He never gave up till he got bucked off. And there's an old saying, if you can't keep a squirrel out of the trees in timber country, you keep hustling, you keep making moves, you're going to learn how to ride bulls right.
Friends, if you're fans of Western action, be sure to drop by your local video store and take home a copy of the hot new video release, Frank and Jesse. Real outlaws, real heroes, starring Rob Lowe, Bill Paxton, and country music sensation Randy Travis. If you like Western entertainment, and you're watching Bull Riders Only, and you like what Armando Rodriguez and the boys are trying to give you, stop by your video store and pick up Frank and Jesse. So we take a look at the Bro schedule coming up, the remainder of this year, 1995 schedule, and we're winding down. We got the Tough Enough coming up, that award. We're going to have the last leg of the Triple Crown, Greensboro, North Carolina, September 30th. Wichita, which I mentioned a minute ago, October 13th and 14th. Denver, Colorado, the championship. You know, every championship has been won with a 90 score, 96, 95, 95, and last year with a 92. There's going to be some awesome bull rides. For tickets and ticket information, call 1-800-536-2855. That's 1-800-536-BULL. Myron Duarte, Peyton, Colorado, Pineapple, the Madman Myron. This kid's got a lot of heart and a lot of trying. He's going to need it for Grasshopper. Come on, Marty, brother. Little Hopper.
Get him, baby.
Yeah, he's going to have his hands full here. This bull cracked out at Salt Lake in Buck Justin Andrade. Should go around the left, which is away from Myron's hand. But what we saw, he seemed to have real good timing and real good kick. And it's real important for Myron to get a good start, get around that corner, and it may be a great bull ride.
Well, he's a Chevy All-Star truck pro, and I was really impressed with him at Salt Lake. Myron, it all depends on whether Myron gets started and gets tapped. He can ride anybody's bull if he gets tapped. Oh, and he's tapped. He's tapped. He's tapped.
We'll change it, but you're going to see Myron Duarte right here. He's going to make the whistle and make a ride on Little Hopper.
That Pineapple wants some money tonight, doesn't he? That is a great bull ride.
You know, I've been over to Hawaii a couple times this year. We have got a lot of rodeo fans in Hawaii. They watch all our shows over there. They're big fans of Myron Duarte and all these great bull riders, and he put on a show for them tonight.
Look at the grin on his face as Soup Dog announces an 87-point ride. He came out here charging right away, didn't he?
Oh, look at the way he's chunking that outside foot. Oh, that was a good one.
Welcome back to the final round, and an exciting one it is here at the Arrowhead Pond in Anaheim. It has been outrageous as we go to Jeff Butch Cathcart, A2 Rojo, Western Rodeos, and that stands for red. Bulls 4-1. What do you think's the possibility here.
This is the bull that bucked Butch off in the short go at Salt Lake at the last tour stop, and I'm sure when he hit the ground, Butch wanted that bull back. So he's got him tonight. It should be into his hand again, and let's see how it goes. And he tricked him away from his hand tonight.
Man, if that bull don't look like his old granddaddy Oscar, I ain't never seen one that does. That bull is quick, and I mean, he's got a lot of kick. Woo.
Yeah,
Anyone wants to sell these bulls short, you know, that bull is 9 times out of 10 going into Butch's hand or spinning to the left. And right here, he feels Butch kind of move over there. And he says, left? I don't know no left. I'll go right.
Oh, these bloodlines are incredible. How the bucking ability of their great-grandfather Oscar has carried down through all these calves, and they buck just like him. It amazes me.
Pretty impressive chunk of hamburger there, isn't it?
And then, what's he weigh? 1,100 pounds at the most?
Yeah, he's not a real big bull, but boy, he's got a heart really, really big. Lots of try in that bull.
What he don't got in size, he makes up in speed.
Henrietta, Oklahoma, Terry Don West. 91 money bags. Does the bull Terry Don will be getting on free or firepower? We're about to find out because Terry Don doesn't hit the ground easy unless the bull bucks hard.
Put a move on him. Kind of a timing factor around that corner, huh, Dennis?
Yeah, and bad timing to boot. There, Terry Don, like we say, hardly ever hits the ground. Terry Don himself has been real high on this bull. As being a big-time bucker, the bull just kind of got out of time with him, as you said.
You know, well, he rode him 4.6 seconds, and he may not be as high on him now as he was before.
Well, he's usually on them legs when they come around that corner, but the bull kind of caught him back on his butt. Real unusual for Terry Don. If you're going to get whipped down, it's from sliding back. You catch that catapult action, and that is where the guys get whipped down. And very seldom have I ever seen Terry Don get caught back in that area. But I think there again, it might be the timing. He comes up, arches his chest, moves back. Bull kind of takes a little lunge at him. He's still in good shape right here. Now right here, as he comes up, he gets hold, set down. See how he runs him back, and then he sits down, no daylight, runs him back, and then bam, that jams him right over that front end. Lots of power. Big time mistake by Terry Don.
I'm kind of glad to see him check out when he did. You know, Terry Don's not usually noted for letting go, and he's noted for getting slammed and hurt on an animal like that. You know, sometimes things don't work out the way you plan, and you got to live to fight another day. So Terry Don West, I believe he'll be back.
There is such a thing as cutting your losses. Take
Chevy Truck All-Star Bull, the last bull rider to go out. I think Dennis Humphrey's probably picking this one to be the winner of the event tonight. Marty Stannard. This guy's been killing him lately. I mean, a big money pig. He's taking all the money, and now he's got the bull Knothead. Knothead going to be enough?
I think he very well may be. What we've seen of this bull, he should go into Marty's hand right there in the gate, as well as Marty rides those right bulls away from his hand. There's nothing wrong with his ability when they go into his hand either.
No, sir. Not a bit.
This is a bull buck Shane Thurston off in San Francisco at the spring event. He bucked Tony Stoddard off the Salt Lake event. This is his first trip up to the short go. He's made 2 such impressive outings in round 2. Tonight, the way it turns out, he's a featured bull here.
And I'll tell you what, right now, Myron Duwart is pulling for Marty Stannard because that's the kind of kid Myron Duwart is. He is a kid, everything about positive. He said the second's fine, gets a pretty good sized check. Riding Marty, do us proud. I'll tell you what, he's a good kid. Marty is a good old man. This is going to be some exciting action here.
Well, it all depends whether he gets tapped, and he's not tapped.
I guess we'll make that bull 3-0. Maybe Marty wishes that bull would have went away from his hand this time.
I think he would have had a little better luck. That bull, Marty just maybe stayed in that chute a little too long, got to thinking, was a little out of time when he come around that corner.
Well, I don't want to brag or anything, but I think Shaw was saying Myron Duwart was the man who's going to win the round, and I believe that Myron Duwart
listen to him, Brad.
won the round here.
Sounds like bragging to me,
87
Gary.
points, a little bit of gloating action going on over here. But Marty Stannard, I mean, boy, he's been riding good. Makes a heck of a start here, but as you said, he just gets out of shape, doesn't get quite started as good as he'd like to.
I think he tries to cut the corner a little too much right here, and in doing so, it slides him back off of that rope. He should have been moving back to the front end, because that bull's got a lot of come up there.
Well, for $10,000 in the win, Myron Duwart, this is going to move him up from 4th position, right up in there into 2nd. Don't go away. We'll be right back with Myron. As we open up on the beautiful Be Wild Bull Riders Only Winners Jacket. Man, you're winning a ton of these. Who are you going to give this one to?
Well, I don't know. I'd probably give this one to Brittany or my son, John. I think I'm going to have to flip a coin because both of them been begging me for one, so we're going to see what happens.
As we look at the Roper Ride of the Night here, tell us about Little Hooter.
I'll tell you what, Little Hopper is just a good bull. Come from Grasshopper, and his daddy threw me off so hard one time I lost my air for about 2 hours. So I figured I'd try to get even with the family tonight, getting on his little baby.
Little baby, Little Hooter, Little Hopper, whatever you want to call him. $10,000 is what you called him today.
Yeah, you know, it comes in just right time. My daughter needs braces, and, you know, it's going to help cover the dental bill.
Baby needs new shoes. You know, as we turn to Dennis Humphrey over here, historic occasion with Dan Russell's bulls being all in the final round. They didn't let you down, now did they?
Didn't let us down a bit. The 9 bulls that were in there, they only rode 2 bulls. Bucking off 7 out of 9 at Cowboys with this talent, that's pretty good for the bulls. Little Hopper's a fantastic bull, son of the great Grasshopper. F4 Butterfly, Donald the Dragon Slayer twisted him, walked out here with some cash. The bulls didn't let us down at all, and Dan's done great things, and we'll continue to do them in the future, I'm sure.
Now, we rode 2 out of 9 in the final round, but, you know, we rode half of them in the second round. The Cowboys didn't let you down either, did they?
No, I thought this is the best performance by the Cowboys that we've seen all year long. They really come to ride, and my congratulations to Myron, and I'd like to say hi to all our good rodeo fans over there in Hawaii. Raymond, Noah, and my boy friends. See you guys.
All right, as we take a look at the top 4 here in Anaheim, California, Myron Duarte, $10,000. Donald Owens, $4,000. Buddy Reed with 3, and Mark Ward, 4th, $1,800. Top 5 Bull Riders Only standings. Year to date, Terry Don West, $35,000. Myron Duarte, 2nd. J.C. Sanders, 3rd. Johnny Chavez, 4th. Dax Lackey, 5th. The Wrangler Bull Riders Only Series has been brought to you by Chevy Trucks, the official truck of Bull Riders Only, and the truck we proudly drive. By Award Design Medal, the official buckle of the Wrangler Bull Riders Only Series. Bull Riders shirts provided by Roper Apparel. Join us for our next Wrangler Bull Riders Only Series tour stop from Wichita, Kansas. For Gary LeFew, Dennis Humphrey, this is Shaw Sullivan.